Hi, I'm Claire. Welcome to my channel, Higher Dimensional Mind. Hello to everybody out there. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. I want to give a quick word on paralysis, sleep paralysis, if I can say that right. What does it mean? Is it negative? Is it positive? And how do I know? Okay, from the age of 13, I suffered from paralysis in my sleep. And it's not just that you can't move your body. More often than not, you will feel a presence in the room with you. You may feel hands touching you. You may hear people talking to you. Now, as I always seem to have negative entities around me trying to stop me in my journey, the paralysis for me was always pretty negative. And I'll explain the process of becoming paralysed. You can either wake up in a state of paralysis, and my dad always told me that it was just your brain wakes up and your body's still sleeping. I could never ride with that one because I was hearing people talking, I was feeling people touching me. I was beyond terrified. It was horrific for a 13-year-old to be in your bedroom alone and waking up, but either your eyes are open and you can't move them, your body's completely paralysed, you can't shout, I was trying to scream for my mum, my mouth wouldn't work. I started to fight it, and through this process of fighting it, I realised that I could move my spirit body but not my physical body. And many times through life, even when I was married and I was with my husband, I would be trying to basically slap him to wake him up to help me, and I realised that my hands are going right through him, so I'm only moving my spiritual body, my auric body. So I realised it's something to do with being separated from your physical body. Now, not all cases are negative. In some cases, it is the process of going through an astral projection, but you're not relaxed enough, or you have an element of fear, so you don't let that last switch flip and release yourself from the physical body. So in some cases, it is just purely a natural thing. In other cases, it's done by good guys, not intentionally, just their very presence next to you kind of throws you out your body. One instance I had when one of my children were about 9, they were sleeping in bed beside me because of nightmares, and it happened while they were in the bed too, and the process, okay, you start feeling a spinning inside your body. It's akin to when you have a cold and you sit up too fast or you lie back too fast and you feel the spinning in your sinuses. It's like that, but it goes right down your whole body. You feel the spinning, and you will fall backwards out your body, so you may feel that you're in your mattress. Sometimes I've had my eyes open and I can see my hair above me, my physical hair above me. So I know that I fell back and I can see that there's hair, my colour, whatever colour it was at that time. But this time my son said, "Mum, I'm falling into the bed." And I thought, oh, it's happening to him too. So I fought and fought and fought like nothing else. And the way I fought was by, imagine tensing up your whole body, like, really pushing, like, really, really, like as if you're trying to squeeze your muscles. It's the same feeling as trying to squeeze all your muscles and just fight that attack. Now, this may have not been an attack because I heard a male say, "I love you." And once it was over, which was maybe about 10-15 minutes, my son said, "Who was that man at the bottom of the bed? He looks like your army friend." Now, I had a friend who was in the army who was tall with dark hair, and the way he described him is like the guy I see in my dreams that often says he's my boyfriend, but he doesn't know me because I'm on Earth now. Very peculiar, I know. But I think it was him, and he was just coming to visit, and they don't visit too often because they do throw you out your body. We see it from a human perspective. How could they do that to us? It's mean. But of course, they're looking at it from off-world. They saw you before you came here. They know who you are, the off-world, and they know that you're not going to be scared of that. It's not something to harm you. So they don't think they're going to cause you, anything bad when they do that. They just want to come and visit you. Other instances, though, when you do open your eyes, sometimes you see that you're not in your bed anymore. You're surrounded by beings that don't look anything like human, and they are doing some kind of procedure on you. mainly for me, it was the hybridization process. It was basically like I would wake up and it felt like I was getting a smear. That was horrible. I had trauma from that. I think I had PTSD from those experiences. But again, I was looking at it from a very human perspective, because perhaps I'd signed up to help create hybrids for a time where Earth maybe had very limited population and we need to have people coming down to replace the lost humans. I like to look at things positively, and that is the way I choose to look at it. Anything else is going to be a negative way, right? And I've many dreams where I've been holding these tiny little babies. One of my friends has had a very lucid awakening dream. She was perhaps awake. She heard someone say to her, "Hello, mother." And she opened her eyes. She was a bit reticent for a while to open her eyes, as you would imagine. But she opened her eyes and there was this beautiful girl in front of her with long white hair, very Nordic, long white hair, very oversized eyes, but they looked human, but they were oversized. Many of my guides look like us, but they just have a lot bigger eyes, and I wonder if they are hybrids. And a kind of pointy chin. And she was looking and thinking, they're beautiful, you know. And then she looked to the door and there was a grey standing in the doorway who just kind of gestured to her. And then after a while, the grey gestured to the girl, like, come, that's it. And she just wanted to come and see her mum. So some instances are like that are not terrifying, and you are just going to help. You've signed up to help and you're helping. But because we have memory loss here, and it's not so much that anyone gives us memory loss, they don't do it to us on purpose. It's that Earth's vibration is so dense, it's really heavy, and you've got the energy of all the other human beings around you people are spitting out energetic thoughts at every moment, and that interferes with your own energy. It's basically like swimming in mud. So trying to pull yourself back from the collective energy and raise up and connect to your higher energy, it's hard to maintain that all the time. You may get moments where you feel completely divinely connected and you get answers through and truth through, but then when you're back in the muddle of the humans, it goes away. You don't carry that. You remember knowing it, but now you don't feel that truth. So you have to, that's why you should write these things down to remember. I did realise this at one point. Now I don't know how I got there, but so if you're having paralysis, my advice to you is, if you feel it's negative, if you feel it is, you can try and fight it. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing fighting it, because it really teaches you to have absolute control of your spiritual body, just by pushing out an energy, tensing your muscles and just saying no. The reason a lot of the negative ones will stop your mouth moving is because you can command with the spoken word, and if you say no, then they have to stop. So they will paralyse your mouth so that you can't say no. So fighting it is a really good exercise when you need it. But in some cases, if you don't feel negative, then just relax. And one episode, when I was very young, 13, 14, I did actually relax. And when I relaxed, I could open my eyes. So that was possibly just I was going to get out my body and I just had to relax enough. Perhaps I thought I was awake and I was actually in my body, and I could have gone for a little jaunt. But I was 13. You're not as wise as you are when you're in your 40s, right? So anyway, I hope that helps any of you who are dealing with paralysis and don't know why it's happening. Your guides are always there to assist you, to give you answers. They may not talk directly to you, but they will direct you to a book that you need, or suddenly you'll just find a video that you need to watch that will explain it to you. Like many of you now may be watching this because it just per chance happened to pop up on your newsfeed and you've been thinking about it. That's how your guides give the message. Perhaps it's why they've told me this morning before I rush out to make this video. So anyway, namaste, everybody. I love you dearly. I hope you're winning this fight, this spiritual fight we're in. I hope you're staying grounded and you're still feeling joy, because that's the most important thing. Bye-bye, everyone.